Hello, Hero Collectors here. How's it going, everybody? Hope y'all are doing fantastic. I know I am, and today we're going to be talking about the other SDCC reveals that caught my eye over this past weekend. If you didn't check it out, I should have the Marvel Legends thoughts video up for this one. And also, if you have seen the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, I should have a video going up tomorrow, but it will contain spoilers, so only watch if you've seen the movie. But today, in this video, we're going to be talking about everything else that caught my eye. So that's Star Wars, Transformers, Jada toys, and something else at the end. Might mix it into the middle. We'll see. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first off, Jada toys. I have not bought any of their figures yet. I've been tempted by Mega Man. I've been tempted by some of the Street Fighter stuff, but I have yet to. But they showed off a brand new line that will definitely get me into buying their figures, and it is Scooby-Doo. They showed off Shaggy, the Creeper, and a Mummy. I don't know if the Mummy has a specific name, but 3 figures showed off now, and according to what I've heard, it'll be one main character, one of the mystery gang, and then 2 monsters, ghouls, ghosts, whatever, each wave. So, like, it's going to be at least 5 waves, which is cool. I'm really liking that. So, I don't know what monsters I want. I definitely want the Creeper. He's one that has always stuck with me in terms of monsters and villains. But I do definitely want the whole mystery gang, and I'm very excited that some company is actually doing articulated 6-inch scale figures. So, that is really exciting for me. And, you know, more details to come. I'm sure we didn't get full accessories list. I think Veebs and Robo are doing an interview with the Jada team that will go up at some point, so we'll wait for more details from that. You know, but they did say that the turnaround will be quicker because there's no media that really ties into it, so they can get them done faster, I guess. That's how I understood it correctly, but that's really awesome. So I'm excited to see that happen. Moving on from Jada, Star Wars Black Series had kind of a decent showing. Not for me, at least. I know there's probably a lot of characters that they showed that are for other people, but just not for me. So they only had one reveal that caught my eye, and that was the kind of redeemed Ahsoka, or like revived Ahsoka. I don't know. I forget what the actual title is, but the white costume Ahsoka from the end of her recent show. And that's going to be one I definitely pick up because my other Ahsoka is going to go with my Mandalorian crew. This one will go with my Ahsoka show crew, which has started to form. You know, I've got Morgan Elsbeth here that'll go with them. And yeah, so it'll be a small crew, but it'll be one that I definitely want to get to go with the rest of that assortment and that kind of era, because I kind of go with displaying certain eras of Star Wars lore and whatnot. So that's one I definitely need to get. And then for Pipeline, they had like 8 figures in the pipeline, only 2 of which really caught my eye. The one that I am maybe thinking about is the Armored Moff Gideon, but I'm still debating it. It depends on the figure, and I need to do a Mandalorian rewatch anyway, so we'll kind of see where I'm at with that when it comes out. But the ones I'm definitely in on is Phase 1 Rex. They showed an animated picture, but they said it was from Ahsoka, and I didn't think he showed up in his Phase 1 his Phase 1 armor in Ahsoka. I thought it was his Phase 2. So I don't know what's going on there, but it's a Phase 1 Rex, and I've got my Phase 2 Rex still on pre-order that should be in a few months. So getting both phases of Rex for different parts of my Clone Wars collection is 2 big thumbs up from me. Now give me Phase 1 Cody, and maybe Phase 1 Echo and Fives. And then the other pipeline figure is an Ahsoka show Clone Wars Anakin. So this will probably be one that has the proper face deco, the photoreal deco. I don't know if they'll update the body, but we'll see. I think the body's fine. It's not perfect, but I would like some updates there. But I definitely see them doing an updated face deco. Now moving on from Star Wars, let's get into Transformers. And I'm going to go to a figure that was already revealed, but they showed off at this con. It's Commander Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime is my favorite character from Transformers, and this Commander class, I was a little bit iffy on. Like, the colors, the really bright colors, don't have me sold quite yet, but the pictures that they showed off, at least in hand and in the promo images, showed me that I definitely need to get this Optimus Prime. He's looking really good. He's got lots of accessories. It looks like a very involved transformation process that makes his robot mode look really good. I was very happy with the Commander Ultra Magnus that we got last year, so I'm definitely in on this. And, you know, I may have this as my definitive robot mode G1 Optimus, but the new Commander class looks like a definite upgrade in terms of transforming actual Optimus Prime. And then there's the Ruckus and Bludgeon 2-pack. Now, we did see a tease of this, but not the full offering up until this show. But I'm only wanting Bludgeon out of this 2-pack. I've been kind of going back and reassessing how I want to collect Transformers, and I've decided that there are more characters that I want for my collection than what I currently have. Because, I've been very restrictive with myself on going, all in or deeper into the lore, but I started watching lore videos, and I want to get into some more of the IDW comics, and Bludgeon is one that I had it in a Transformers collected book as a kid, and that faceplate and that design just really stuck with me, so I want this Bludgeon for my collection, despite there being another Bludgeon that's more or less how he looked throughout the original comics, but this one really caught my eye, so I'm in on this Bludgeon, even though I have to get the Ruckus figure as well, so that's where I'm at with that. And newly revealed at this show was the B-Movie Frenzy, which is just a repaint of Rumble, which I have ordered, and he's in my Big Bad Toy Store pile of loot, but I just don't have him in hand yet, so we knew this had to be coming, and we now have 3 of the 4 main cassette bots for movie Soundwave, so I gotta keep getting those. I'm definitely gonna get this Frenzy, so I'm very happy that they're continuing the core class and we're getting this repaint. Then they revealed that there are going to be figures in the future that are coming out, but just they don't have any product to show right now, and there's only 2 that really caught my eye. Well, technically wouldn't it be 7 or 8 figures, but so the first one's Ramjet. He was another one in that IDW book that the look just kind of stuck with me, so of course nostalgia takes over, and I do want a Ramjet. I was actually looking at the old 2-pack of him and Dirge, I believe, and that one's kind of gotten expensive on the aftermarket, so the fact that they're doing a re-release of this version of Ramjet made me very happy that I don't have to backtrack and spend a lot of money on that 2-pack, so definitely in on Ramjet. And then the other one is that they're going to be working on Devastator, G1 Devastator next year, and that's one I really want. Now, 2 of the figures are going to be a Commander class, so there are 2 figures in one Commander class offering is what it's going to be. And then I can't remember how many parts there are to Devastator, if it's 6 or 7, but that'll mean 4 other releases around that'll be coming out, so it's going to be a lot of figures, but add up to one really large figure for my collection, and that's exciting. I want a Devastator for my collection really badly. Now, leaving the Hasbro Transformers and moving on to the YOLO Park Transformers offerings, they did reveal a Nemesis Prime repaint of this Transformer, or not this Transformer, this Optimus Prime. I know what I'm talking about, I swear. But as an exclusive, so I don't know how available he's going to be for wide release, because he was brought to shows in small quantities, so I don't know if there's going to be a pre-order going up or whatnot, or if I'm going to have to track him down on the aftermarket somewhere, but I definitely want to get that Nemesis Prime. But also in the G1 AMK Pro Series, they showed off Starscream, and that's really exciting. I believe Prime vs. Prime already has a review up of him, but I haven't watched that video yet, so I'll get there. But he looks really good. Comes with basically everything I'd want from a Starscream, maybe a crown, but again, I haven't really looked closely at the accessories. Maybe he does come with a crown. I can't remember. But that's really cool. He's going to pair really well with my Optimus and Megatron, and if I'm able to get Nemesis Prime, my Optimus is going to be really outnumbered, but I'm really enjoying this line, and I'm excited to get more of these G1 characters from it too. And then they showed some movie figures, like live action movie figures. Apparently, we are getting a B movie Starscream and Shockwave. Now they only showed those in grayscale, but the amount of detail that they're putting into these movie live action releases is incredible, and to get more from that universe is going to be great. I'm behind on getting those currently. I need to get a lot of the Rise of the Beast releases still, but what they've been doing with those figures is incredible, and the amount of detail that you can see in these grayscales, they're just going to continue that, and I hope the paint work reflects that as well, which we'll get into in a second with other figures. But since they're going to B movie figures, I really hope that means they're going to do other B movie characters, like especially the concept Megatron. Like they've shown that they'll do concept figures like the Ape Link figure that they did in his robot mode. We never saw that in a movie, so maybe they'll do the concept Megatron that Hasbro's done recently. So that I would really enjoy that. But then they showed off at, I think, another event. YOLO Park was at several events this past week, so it was really hard to find correct pictures from correct events, but they showed off a painted Transformers The Last Night Optimus Prime and painted Rise of the Beast Mirage, and both of these look incredible. I'm not the biggest fan of Night Optimus Prime, but seeing it here in this figure, knowing it's going to be around the $50 price point, I think, like, that's the highest that these releases go. So if they do release him at the $50 price point, I have to get it. It looks so good. Like, all the painted detail is incredible. He comes with a sword, his shield. I don't know what more I could ask, but I really do hope that this means that we're going to get more Bay movie designs in this form, because I love those movie designs. I wouldn't get all of them, but probably a couple Megatrons, Optimuses, Bumblebees, maybe the oddball character here and there, but getting more of those Bay movie designs would be really cool. And then to follow that up, Mirage, helping to round out more of the Rise of the Beast figures, which we do still need, like Nightbird and Battletrap and I think Wheeljack still. But seeing this painted Mirage now is really exciting, because we saw a grayscale Mirage last year at some point. So, we know we're still getting more from that movie too, and this Mirage is looking pretty good. So I'm excited for all those. Okay, and last but certainly not least, this is something that I just learned about before recording all this, but it is Super 7 TMNT 2003 Wave 2. Now, they're actually waved within the actual Ninja Turtles, like, overall wave, so I don't know what this one would be considered, but I know it's a full wave of 2003 figures again. So I have yet to talk about it on the channel, but the 2003 Turtles Wave 1, I'm absolutely in on, because that's my Turtles that I grew up on. I've got the re-releases of the original toys behind me. Getting these new figures that are actually properly articulated and painted really well and sculpted really well for the modern collector, sold. I know the sales window, like the pre-order window, is going to be closing soon, so I need to actually go and get those pre-ordered next day or two. So I'm going to get the Wave 1 pre-ordered, and then this Wave 2 that they revealed, it's not full reveals, it was shadows of, or outlines or shadows or whatever you want to call it, of the next wave, and it's Shredder, Splinter, a Foot Ninja, and Casey Jones. So I'm in on 3 of these. I don't need the Foot Ninjas. I'm not going to army build these. They're way too expensive to army build, so I don't even need one. But I need a Shredder, I need Splinter, and I need Casey. And that knocks out a huge portion of what else I want from this line. So, for the future, I definitely want an April. I'd want, let's see, a Hun and Turtle Titan for the future. I'm not caught up on the show yet. I have the full box set, but I haven't watched the whole show as of yet. Fugitoid's one I'd want too. So as I watch more, I'll probably want more, but as of right now, these 3 plus a handful of others will really complete me for my 2003 Turtle Collection. So yeah, with all that being said, they revealed a lot this year, but and there's a lot that I want. But yeah, there's a lot to talk about, a lot to be excited about, lots of toys coming up. So let me know what you guys want down in the comments below. It doesn't have to be what I talked about today. It could be something else. It could be, Transformers DLX. It could be NECA. I've seen a lot of the reveals that they've shown off, and it's fun to talk about. And I'm really happy for everybody that's collecting right now because, Marvel Legends kind of hit a dry spot the last year or two, but I think we really are in a golden age of collecting. The toys that they're putting out, the figures that they're doing, the engineering, everything is going on the up and up, and I'm really excited for what they're bringing to all these shows and all these releases. So with all that out of the way, again, make sure you like, go comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video, another post, another time.